Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. I'll try to be very brief here. We're going to make our Man Can announcement for April. In case you guys don't know, Man Cans is kind of a little fundraiser we put together to help support the channel. Putting together these YouTube videos is a very big undertaking, and we've invested in a lot of good equipment and just always trying to take in your comments and suggestions to make the best possible content that we can for you guys. And when you purchase a Man Can, you help out with that. You help facilitate the production of our videos. So basically the way it works is it's $30 plus $8.50 for shipping, and we select a theme for each month, and we announce the theme. You pre-order the can, then on the 15th of the following month, the can ships out. Pretty simple. So March's theme was World War II. Okay, and I have the box sitting in front of me. These have not shipped out yet. They're literally going out as we speak during the making of this video. April's theme is going to be plinking. Now, last year, April's theme was also plinking, and we had such a tremendous amount of feedback about it that we decided to go ahead and do April as or plinking as the April theme again, because it was just so well received. You guys loved it, and it was just crazy. So we're at the kind of part of the video here where I'm going to unbox March, and that way people can kind of get an idea of what they're actually getting in the can, and this can kind of help you decide like whether or not it's for you, whether you like it or whatever. Some of you guys like to be surprised and get your can in the mail and unbox it yourself. Some of you guys like to see the spoiler. So this is a spoiler. Don't watch this if you have the can on the way, but we are going to open it. And this is also an opportunity for the guys who might go in, I don't know if I'll buy April or not, but they might want to see what was in this can to kind of judge on whether or not they want to buy the next month's can. So that's why we unbox them, to give you guys an idea of the previous months that we've had out there, so you can see the kind of items that go out in the can. My family works hard to put these together. Brandy works her butt off to help put these items in the cans. We read every single email from you guys, so if there's always some amount of criticism or just some amount of constructive criticism that goes into an email, we always take that into consideration when it comes to what we're putting in the can. Let me say something about March's can. World War II was the theme. We sold out of this can in 48 hours. This was the most rapidly selling can that we've ever put out for Man Cans. And we had tons of emails from you guys going, hey man, where's the March can for World War II month? I missed it. We sold out. We turned in our shirt sizes. We did do a shirt for this month, so I am going to pop her open. Brandy really worked hard to help put this can together, and I'm very proud of it. And I do want to put out one little announcement real quick before we break open the can. I actually deleted my YouTube app on my phone, and I'm not real tech savvy on this kind of stuff, but you'll probably notice on a lot of the videos I've actually been going and responding to a lot of the comments on the videos on my phone, which is kind of neat, because before I was using the app, and for some reason it was really difficult to get in there and respond to you guys, but I'm actually using the web browser now, which lets me respond to you guys in real time on my phone. So I wanted to put that out there, that you're probably seeing a lot of the messages pop through for me where I'm actually trying to get around to responding to many of you on the videos when comments are posted. So I wanted to put that out there. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for our direct email list. We keep an email list going, things like Man Can announcements, Man Can things that are going on. Also, we're going to be putting out, starting very soon, we're going to be putting out a newsletter about every 2 weeks or so. So make sure you're staying tuned for that. I've seen a couple of the preliminary drafts. It's going to be awesome. So I'll shut up here and we'll unbox the can. So each month we always do a fight soap. All right, this one's back-to-back world champion. It's fight soap. The scent is kind of like a old school era correct cologne, I think is what they were going for over there. So, the guys at Combat Hygiene Fight Soap always doing a great job getting these things out there. We've been putting the fight soaps in the Man Cans for about a year now, and a little over a year, and they've actually been very, very well received. So, we haven't gotten anything negative from you guys about it. People love them. Some folks collect them. So we're going to keep doing the fight soaps. So you got a fight soap. You've got an awesome patch here from Bastion. You guys check out his place. It's magplates.com. He does a lot of awesome stuff, but he makes all of our patches for us, and he also helps us design many of our patches with his in-house design team. He's just a great dude, and he always does a great job getting these patches out for us. But we got a little scene here with like a bomber plane and a tank and a little building on fire, and we got the Iraq Veteran logo with the M1 Garand. Normally the Iraq Veteran logo has the Mosin, but of course it's World War II month. Not that a Mosin isn't World War II, but we wanted to opt for the Garand just to keep it kind of classy there. All right, now these hats. We did a hat for you guys for this month. I wanted to do OD green, but due to the timetables for getting these hats in, I wasn't able to get them in OD green for you. I thought that would be fun, but I think when you see the shirt here, you're gonna love it. So this hat is really cool. What they did with this, we had these special made just for you guys. They've got the Iraq Veteran logo embroidered into the actual Velcro on there. So you can take your patch if you want, stick it on there, whatever you want to do. It's got a little spot on the top. It's got a little ribbon on the back. Little thing on the back. It's got the Iraq Veteran IV8888 embroidered in there. And the inside of the hat has our website embroidered in it. That's kind of neat, you know, and the cool thing about something like this is if you don't want to go around wearing an Iraq Veteran shirt or something like that, you don't want to be all fanboy, just cover this up with whatever patch you want and move on. It's all cotton hat, very comfortable, pretty high quality hat there, okay? So we did a hat. We did a sticker pack. We'll get to that in a minute because I know everybody wants to see this shirt. So Brandy had the idea for this shirt here, and you'll see probably a little bit better shot than what I can show you, but you know, it's got the kind of the USO kind of I guess what would be the proper name, like the girls that would go around the USO shows, and for morale, you know, the morale girls that would go around and kind of strut their stuff a bit for the guys, you know. So we got us a nice saucy broad there on the shirt, a card in the background. Now, a lot of folks that weren't familiar with the playing card in the background, that's kind of a play on last year's plinking theme, because we did a deck of cards in the plinking theme. So we want to kind of continue the whole card theme. Obviously, the 8 is for us. And for those of you that don't know, during things like Operation Market Garden and other things where the airborne troops were jumping into enemy territory, they would wear playing cards in their helmets to help designate which companies they belong to, sometimes even what platoon. So that card actually has a historical significance that they would wear those cards so that if you saw, let's just say, a guy with a puppy feet as a suit or a spade as a suit, then you knew that that guy was from Alpha Company, Bravo Company, Charlie Company, and that allows you to keep track of your troops and identify somebody in the field quickly simply by looking at the playing card that the soldier was wearing in his helmet. So we had the playing card. Of course, we got a bomber down here, you know, running through. We've got the Iraq Veteran logo with the M1 Garand on the left. We thought that this would be a really cool shirt, kind of a nice nod to, remember, the thing we were going for with this cam was the whole kind of propaganda sort of, you know, the Americana of propaganda related to World War II. You know, paying homage to our World War II veterans, but in a way that kind of brings back the parts of the war where they were try to make them feel like home a little bit. You know, and there's nothing like being overseas and having the feeling that the people at home don't care about you or that they don't want, you know, you always want to have that little piece of home. And I think that's really what we were going for in this cam, was trying to kind of go towards that kind of Americana fact of the propaganda machine. That's this big advertising thing, the patriotism, the war bonds and all this. So the stickers are actually, they come in these little packs for you. And you'll see a shot of these, but we decided to do some like little stickers you guys can put on like your gun safe or your ammo cans or whatever. And of course they all have, you know, the kind of, you know, like this one, the big job, you know, wearing different uniforms, but we all have the same job. You know, again, that Americana, that whole advertising kind of thing, and just the really interesting stuff. You know, good work, sister. You know, this has to do with the campaign of having all the housewives back at home working in the factories and churning out as much as they could to support the war effort. You know, we're proud of you folks too, and this is showing like what people are doing on the home front for the troops and everything like that. And of course, Rosie the Riveter, which was a very pivotal kind of propaganda thing that they were pushing out there. Rosie kind of embodied the working female, the female who was in the factories trying to, you know, keep the bombs dropping, keep the planes together, keep the guns firing, keep all that stuff going. There was this huge campaign of making sure that people were doing what was essentially their patriotic duty to their country to keep the war effort going so we could win. So that's kind of what I was going for. Now, last but not least, we initially drafted a color version of the check here on the shirt. We decided to do a placard. It's a metal placard here. You can stick that on the wall in your reloading shop or whatever. We loved the colors. And again, I originally wanted to do all this in maybe an OD green, but time constraints and supply constraints, we just couldn't do the entire lot in OD green. That would have been preferable. However, this is a really neat placard. I know one of these is going to be hanging up in the shop down here. Just kind of a cool way to give a nod to the channel, and just a way to give a nod to the patriotism that surrounded World War II. Now, there's typically special items that go into these types of cans. There are some special items. I can't tell you what they are. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I can promise you when you open your box and you discover that you've gotten a special item, you're going to be very happy. That's all I'll say about that. So that's pretty much this can. I mean, we try to keep the items, real simple, real straight to the point, useful, kind of stuff. I felt that this can was pretty strong, and we're always doing our part, doing as much as we possibly can to put all the cool stuff in these man cans as we possibly can. So if you ever get something and there's an issue, let us know. If you have some constructive criticism or something that you want to change, let us know. We always read and respond to as many of those types of comments as we can. We always try to make sure that everybody's happy, because ultimately you guys are our viewers. We want to make sure that you're happy with not only what you're watching, but if you decide to support the channel and buy one of these boxes, we want to make sure that you're getting what you want and that you're happy with your purchase. And that's just the bottom line there. So if you haven't already, I tried to keep this video as short as possible. I know sometimes I kind of drag on a bit. I know that it's springtime, everybody's getting out and trying to have fun, going to the range, doing some shooting. But if you haven't, check out our previous video, the one just before this. We put out a bunch of very pertinent announcements pertaining to meet and greets that we're going to be doing over the next month or so. So make sure you stay tuned into that so you can have a chance to meet us when we're out and about this summer and everything. And more importantly, be safe out there. We're getting back into shooting weather. Everybody's, getting out and having a good time. Always remember to keep your safety in check. Make sure you're doing the right thing and being safe when you're shooting around a whole bunch of people. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot to me and my family. I mean, my family are the ones that design and implement and put all this stuff together, pack it. So it's literally a family affair that goes into, basically my family to yours. So it means a lot to us. So thanks for watching. This should be the last announcement video we're going to do for a while. Obviously, we'll have the next Man Can announcement coming up around this same time next month. And you can expect the April Plinkin can to ship in about 30 days. So thank you so much for the support. Thanks for watching. We're going to get back to work, get back to doing more range videos, more 5 guns, more gun gripes. Guys, we've got some great gun gripes on the way. We've got some awesome 5 guns videos on the way. Yes, more meltdowns on the way. Many more reloading, gunsmithing. We've got an excellent area set up now to film our reloading and gunsmithing videos. So you're going to see more of that, more of the old school stuff that many of you have been asking about. We do have more of that on the way. So thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.